What's up? Gonna be showing you a few raids here on runes as a rogue. Um, I know you're probably like, well, what are you gonna show us next? Butter on bread? But I really think the loot path that I take here can be given to any other class in the game on runes. Here I spawn in this like tent room with a bunch of ranged skeletons and other skeletons. I just like following the little rock wall on the left when I spawn here. Usually you can find a few gems like I did there, and fill up your inventory a little bit. I go into this as one of my favorite rooms. It's got 4 of these, gas zombies. If you don't know how to like kill these easily, you basically just get their attention. They're gonna start making their little gas pile in front of them, and then you walk behind them. You walk behind them so the gas doesn't appear in your face, and you can just keep hitting them for a whole while. A lot of the times, they don't even get an attack out by the time you kill them. It's really easy to deal with. These people have a chance to drop like green and other pretty good gear. The Marauder's outfit I'm wearing right now is actually dropped by one of these zombies. So what I like to do is just go through and kill them first. If any players rock up, then you can, you know, deal with them without having to worry about all the gas. Like those cloth pants are actually pretty good. I don't take them here though, unfortunately, but yeah, those would sell, definitely. It's like 20 something armor for cloth pants, pretty good. Here I step on a spike trap, oops. Yeah, there's a spike trap in the middle of this room, guys. But I have more than enough meds. I always take more than enough meds for accidents like that. And fights. Up here are the legendary skeleton crossbowmen. These mobs are notorious in like the Discord and the community for just one-shotting people. I didn't really have too big of a trouble with them, just because what I do is I get their attention and then I immediately walk left or right when they're aiming at me, and then crouch at the end when they shoot. For me, that just blocks it literally every time. Really easy to do. So yeah, this room has a bunch of treasure spawns on this table, and all you really did for it is 4 gas zombies and 2 skeletons, crossbowmen, and 1 normal skeleton. Pretty easy, because you also get like a bunch of these chests. I think there's like 4 on the first floor, 3 on the top floor. Really easy just to get the loot, break the little barricade here. There's also a Shrine of Protection in here. If you don't know these little shrines, you can pray at them for a temporary buff. They're really, really strong if you get them at the right time. Here, I'm just organizing my inventory. I do this a lot. Sometimes I'll just stop, open up my ears to the fat of the land, and try and listen out for players while I'm organizing whatever I want, and, you know, make sure I know where all of my stuff is. I got throwing knives and shields on my left, dropping the stuff I don't need. Just, that sort of thing. Here, before I figure I'm gonna leave, I pray at the shrine, just in case. If anyone rocks up, easy, you can just drop down, and you'll have the protection shrine to maybe make the difference in a fight. There's another little sneaky chest back here, underneath all the vines and grass. And there's actually another one over here in the darkness, in the bushes. So don't forget about those, you can pick up some more treasure that way. And here, I'm thinking about where I want to go. I was thinking about going that way, but decide might as well just go towards this other room over here. There's a really good skeleton room off my right, but there's also a shrine and another chest here. There's another protection shrine there. And those people are fighting, they got shields. I hear spells being cast. So I take the protection shrine, just in case if they push me, I got that little buff. Can't actually fit that treasure, but I want to go investigate what these guys are up to. And I think one of them kills someone with a falchion up there. In the top right, you can see the kill feed for that. So I go here, perform some Tetris to fit that last piece of treasure. And then go to one of my other favorite rooms on the runes map. It's like this room with 4 skeletons and a bunch of gems around the statue. As I come up here, it looks like it's already been looted. There's corpses, all the skeletons are dead, most of the gems are gone, so Just decided to check. Take that little torch. Just, you know, you never know when you might need a light. I like to have a torch, usually. Some people I know love the lanterns on their equipped slots, but I find I just don't have the room for it at the end of the day with all my heals and throwing knives and everything like that. So yeah, I killed a zombie. Here I'm kind of watching out for that team that I saw, and I see a little, like, flash of fireballs going out. In the top right here, you can see there's a wizard called Watch Me Haste that's just absolutely tearing up the lobby. Killed like 3 people so far. About to kill a few more, probably. Yeah, there it goes. This is app. Wizards, especially good or geared wizards, or both, are really dangerous, I find. Because they got all the range and everything like that. So here I'm just sitting around. I have the Shrine of Speed right next to me, the little blue shrine. So I know once I want to head out, I can take that shrine and then move away. Still some fireball, like muzzle flashes going off my left shoulder or behind me. So I'm still thinking about that geared wizard. Listen, decided to finally take that Shrine of Speed and just get out of here. I'm still checking around for that team of 3 that was around here. I see one person there bandaging. That looks maybe like the wizard, and that team of 3 is pushing behind me. So I gotta get out of here. Open up the door as like a little escape route. I'm constantly thinking about where I can escape. Push over here where I saw this solo guy, but I don't really see them. They probably ran away. Because I have the Shrine of Speed, I have a lot of movement speed, so I can just reposition with the zone at my back. Roll up here. I drink this shield potion because I know I'm probably going to fight these guys. This fighter looks like he's already low, so I throw a bleed throwing knife and another throwing knife hits him. I know he's low, so I push and hit him twice with my rapier, and then just run away from that team. A fireball hits me in the back for my trouble, and I know I gotta back up and heal. I run up here and jump on these pillars. Go over here, and there's another just naked wizard there. I don't know what they're doing, but they run away, and these guys don't actually know I'm up here. I thought that they did, so I was worried for like a ranged attack, but they just don't know that I'm up here. So I'm free to heal and maybe jump back down on them. They're jumping around. Wizard casts a spell to break open that door. I jump on them, hit once. The cleric is behind me casting something, and I finish off the wizard. And the cleric actually gives me divine strikes there. Pretty nice of them. I pay them back with a rapier in the skull. Go over here, and now it's time to loot. That's a team of 3 down right there, that quick. I don't really have much treasure on them, these two, but I take it that this fighter had something, since they were already damaged. Going for the Shrine of Health right there, that heals you to full. I take the Shrine of Health just so no one else can use it. And at this point, my inventory is full. You know, I organize my heals again, and I'm looking for a portal. Decide, maybe we'll go that way to that naked person. No, I'll go over here and break open this little thing. But then on the top right, I see a bunch of portals spawn. I don't need to break that open. I can just go this way towards the circle and find a portal to get out of this raid. And here, I hear some solo player fighting a skeleton, I think, and figure I might as well push him at this point. They're in the darkness, so I throw my little thing. I'm kind of trying to bait them out because I don't have my rupture up anymore.
Come on, buddy.
They get kind of antsy, so they hit me once, twice, and I dodged the last overhead and hit them 4 times with the rapier. There's another person though, so I push back, close the door, and drink my heals. That was actually kind of a close fight. I got to half. If that person pushed me, I probably would have died. I don't know. I mean, we'd have to see. I think they might have been that naked wizard from before. But this fighter has a rapier and a short sword for me, which is really nice. Just direct upgrades, I believe. Take all the treasure, and I don't actually notice, but that fighter has a ring on them. I'm not wearing any rings right now. I could have definitely used that ring. I don't even think I hovered it. I just completely slipped my mind that that ring existed. So here, I'm just looking around for another portal, and I find one pretty easy. No other players about, so Decide I'll just take it. My inventory's full. Might as well. That rapier and short sword I end up using in the next few raids. I replace it with the rapier I have on right now. I'll include a little screen real soon that shows you what I replaced, so you can see the upgrades I have. That's that. Alright, coming up here in the second raid, I get a quick chance here to show my damage on a training dummy. I think about 41 with the rapier, and about, 40 to 30 with the short sword. Really not that bad for a solo rogue at this point. Some crazy shit going on in the, the little lobby here. I'm not really bad at it though. Loading into the next raid here, I spawn in this different room on the ruins where there's a skeleton mage and a few ranged ones in between a few like waystones. These starting rooms like this on the edge, I kind of skip a lot, I find. I just kill the skeleton I aggro and then go along the side here. Open up this chest and of course it's a mimic. Scares the shit out of me. Jump scares me every time, I swear. Even bites my toes there for a little bit. But, no big deal, I move on. It's a little piece of treasure there. I decided to use these 8 health healing bandages because, I don't know, they just get in the way. You can't store them in your stash for some reason. And, I think you actually get those 8 health healing bandages from killing, like, clerics who spawn with them. Like, in their base kit, they have 1 8 healing bandage, so that just shows this life has killed 2 clerics and looted them, basically. But I kind of just skip over that other skeleton and go straight for these ones. Again, just you really just got to try not to take any damage from PvE in this game. Like skeletons always have telegraph moves, so pretty easy to dodge. Here, I thought I heard like a little footstep over here on this other side of the room, so I'm kind of watching out, looking around for anyone hiding in the shadows or anything. I don't see this chest is unlooted, so I decided to jump over here and loot it for myself. Might as well, even if there's someone around here. Get a gold candelabra, that's pretty good. Just organize my inventory again. Drop the stuff I probably don't need. And go up here to kill these skeletons, and it takes me quite a while to realize these skeletons are dead. There was someone around here. So I'm watching the shadows, watching up to see if there's some kind of rogue around here. Decide I'll just not investigate further and leave. Open up this room, because I think that's where I'll escape to, but yeah, that's the room with the wraith in the middle. So I decide not to deal with that. I run around here, still looking in the shadows here. And I open up this door here, which leads me to one of my other favorite rooms, which is actually below us right now. More skeletons though to kill before we get there. The red skeleton this time. Pretty interesting. Watching out for players, because this is a room I know people like. Picking up treasure when I can. Go down here, and this is the room I'm talking about, where it's like a few just random chests here, but there's also 4 mummies in the next room in like a plus shape around a statue. And those mummies drop gems, and there's gems that spawn on the statue itself. So you can basically get like, 6 gems just in this room, and the mummies again have really telegraphed attacks, so they're super easy to kill. You just kite them back and use the range of like a rapier. So I pick up those few gems, and again, it's arranged in like a plus shape. There's one on every, cardinal direction, if you will, under the ground. So that's the 3rd one, this is the 4th one. This room also has like a bunch of pots you can break, and a few other chests around in the shadows. So for 4 mummies, you get a bunch of chests, a bunch of pots, a bunch of gems. It's just a really, really solid room. Highly recommend if you're a solo player to loot this room, because you can basically get out with enough money to make your time worth it. Here, I thought I heard a footstep. I think it was actually just the skeleton archer that's walking around up there. But I thought it was a player, so I checked both sides and prepare for a fight. I thought there was like a chest in the shadows there, but there's actually not. And you can break open this wooden thing and break those pots in there. For some reason, I just don't this raid. I break these pots instead and just move on. But it's just even more treasure. These skeletons here that are kneeling also drop shit. Like that one had some gloves, and that one had the same pair of gloves. But this one has throwing knives for me, which actually do more damage than the throwing knives I had equipped, so equip those. I love my throwing knives. I think they're great to start out a fight with a throwing knife hit, especially if you're alone, like, and you're fighting teams. Hitting those first few throwing knives really makes the difference sometimes. I find this longsword. I figure it might sell on the market, so I take it. Might as well. And there's more pots here in the shadows. I like to take out my torch and then look at it and then pull out my weapons to attack them, because sometimes you'll just not hit them if you just try to do it with no light. And that's that room cleared. Again, one of my favorite rooms. Probably one of the top ones on this map. Killed the skeleton archer. Again, that same strategy of, like, when they pay attention to you, pick left or right, walk there, and then crouch when they actually shoot. Basically dodge it every time that way. So yeah, just looting up. Here, I like this little spot because you can actually jump over this wooden thing as a rogue with double jump. And I see, looks like a barbarian and a bard team there. They're fighting some skeletons, doing whatever. Figure I'll just keep looting. No sense in charging in, especially against barbarian. I see a lot of players just charge and face tank a barbarian. That's really not what you want to do. You want to watch for your opportune time. And here I could have probably gone up, but I just put out the torches instead, just in case they look over here. I don't want them to see a rogue just crouching, staring at them from the darkness. They're looting here, so I feel like it's actually kind of a good time. I walk up with my throwing knives, got rupture on it, so it'll bleed them out. And I miss completely. I missed the second one, missed the third one too. Not my best throwing knives, but hey. I hit one on the barbarian there. It slows him down a bit, and I miss my jump. You're gonna get to me, but I jump over just in time. They try to do the same thing, realize they can't. And they're breaking down that door. I go invisible here. I create a little dark space on the right. Then I go over to where there is light, because oftentimes I find that players aren't going to expect the invisible rogue to be hiding in a place where there's light. Usually they think you're just hiding in the darkness, so you can use that against them. I think they might be coming up behind me now here too, so I'm watching out for that. Don't really hear anything though for a while here. I'm just chilling out. So I move. They don't actually come up behind me. Looks like they went through the door I came through. So I just decided to leave it. You know, I don't really need to fight that. Come over here, and I collect some of my throwing knives here. The 21 damage throwing knives, so I do want those. Check this little spider room. Sometimes there's treasure on these shelves people miss. But it looks like that team from earlier basically looted everything. Kill these few skeletons. Just trying to fill up my inventory again. Since I'm not getting any fights, might as well do some PvE. I see that barbarian and the bard came back there and they go through that door. I'm watching out for that, using like this little battlement as cover. You know, them playing some songs. Put out this torch and go invisible again. Trying to see if I can get in a position where I can really score anything against these folks. Bunch of escape portals open on my left and right, so I know both are an option now. Peek out at this escape portal. I see a ranger, and then I see 2 rangers and possibly 3 rangers, so I'm like, nope, no, I don't want to fight 3 rangers right now. That's a death sentence for a solo player. They're just gonna pelt you down as soon as you try and get onto them. Move over to this portal on the left, try to secure it. Open it up just in case. Anything pushes me, I jump around to see. Doesn't look like anything. I have kind of a full inventory. Decided to just take the portal and leave. Secure that treasure. Selling here. If you're worried about the treasure, keep in mind that I'll show all the treasure that I got from these raids at the end, so you're not missing out on anything. Alright, going up into the next raid here. Here I speed up the start a little bit. The servers were having a little bit of trouble these days, not many people were queuing or getting into the game. And some funny stuff happens here, like this fighter here is talking smack to a bunch of rogues. Looks like a duo versus a duo, fighter cleric versus two rogues. Wants me to get in on it, but I'm not having it. Decided to just sit and watch these fellows, two rogues, facing down against the fighter. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Here I'm checking my gear against their gear, to see if I could take them if I meet them in the raid. I think I probably can if I can kill the cleric first, but sometimes you just don't find people in raids too. They're still just talking shit to each other, stabbing each other. Classic lobby shenanigans. This bard, you know, does some explicit things, I suppose, against this fighter. But I'm just sitting and watching these specimens like a zoo. They want me to participate, but I'm just sitting and watching them. And this raid actually starts with only 8 people, so I know there's not going to be that many people. Here, I'm speeding this up a lot, because you've already seen me take this exact path in the first raid of this video. If you missed the first raid of this video, because you're skipping around, that's totally okay. But if you want to see it more slowed down, check the first raid. I checked these rocks again, and there's no gems this time. This is the first raid in like 10 that I've spawned here, and there's no gems along that rock wall. So here again, I'm just killing these gas zombies. The exact same thing as the first raid, really. Only difference is I find an explosive bottle on this one that I replaced for some throwing knives. Explosive bottles are pretty good for just like area denial. I like using them in fights to chop it up. Here, just looting these chests again. You already know. Don't hit that spike trap. And, on a mimic again. Jump scares me literally every time there's a mimic in this game. Something about it always gets me. Not expecting it. Kill these crossbowmen. Pretty basic. Same strategy of, you know, walking left and crouching when they target you. Just looting up. Break the barricade, loot these chests, secure that shrine. And here, I actually do some science to see if you can double jump over this barricade. You actually can't on this one. I know for a lot of them, on Rogue, you can double jump over those wooden barricades. So it makes Rogue so good on this map. So yeah, just looting these chests. And here, I hear a little faint rustling in front of me. Because of how the spawns work, I think that makes sense. Decided to take this shrine, and this rogue rocks up really fast. Very aggressively. I throw a throwing knife, I know they're bleeding out, they're bleeding out, they're bleeding out, so I go in and attack them. 2 hits is all it takes. There's another person there. Decide to snag what treasure I can before they show up. And they don't really push me, so I decide to heal. Turns out they're a rogue too, and they just jump over that wooden barricade. You know, cursing at me, trying to get me to reposition in a bad spot. They're just yelling at me, talking smack. Classic duo rogues here. I push back. I know I have this room to run back if I get in a bad spot. Do this explosive bottle to kind of deny them. Put more throwing knives. And here I'm thinking about drinking a shield potion and pushing them as soon as the fire goes down. Fire goes down. There's some more throwing knives. This person actually has the little perk that makes it so you can tumble back like that. I've never seen it used, but hey, I didn't hit him with my throwing knives, so it was kind of effective, right?
See you, loser.
They just ran away. Classic rogue. I fat finger my invisibility. That was just a mistake. Collect my throwing knives though, and they go over to this room, this plus-shaped room again with those skeletons and gems. I don't want them to get it, so they push back. And goodbye, gamer. Goodbye, gamer. Here I'm thinking to clear this room, aggro some skeletons, but I see little faint, you know, purple weapons on the left there of a rogue who's going around. I've grabbed some gems, push back. I know they're probably walking around these pillars to try and fight me, so I'm just basically killing these skeletons that I aggroed, trying to get myself in a better position. I think I'm gonna get the speed shrine, but I know the skeleton will get to me before I actually finish the pop. And this guy comes in. I take out my throwing knives, try and hit a few again, but he's too close. I pull out my weapons, hit, and 3 hits is all it takes. They hit me twice. So I end about at half health. I hear plate armor behind that door, which gets me scared, so I'm running away. Aggro more skeletons, bait out that skeleton's attack, and jump on top of this pillar structure that I showed you guys in the last raid too. Just to chill out and heal. Here I have more than enough healing to use, but I decided since I'm going to be relaxing up here for a little while, I might as well sit down and get whatever heal I can. I honestly don't sit down as a rogue that often. I feel like it just takes too much time, and you know, I normally have enough heals, but since I'm already chilling out here, I might as well. And that plate armor I heard was actually that fighter and cleric. They show up into this room, kind of look around. They take that speed shrine that I wanted. They're still just creeping about. They go towards that wraith room. If you remember this room, that's where the wraith is, that blue wraith boss type enemy. They don't look like they want anything to do with this room though. And I'm still kind of like camping out the body I killed over there on the right. And a portal spawns too, so I might as well just stay up here and watch the portal. Here's some fighting on my right there. Those 2 guys look like they move off. So I feel kind of safe. This rogue from earlier who said goodbye gamer is here. And they go for this portal. I decide to go in. And I'm with a throwing knife. Stab them once, but they take the portal. And behind me, another rogue shows up, but they were really low already, and so it's just one shot. While I'm healing here, though, I just want to point out that I think that those rogues were actually teamed, because in the top right, I killed a rogue named Sneaky Steve, you know, and then just there, I killed Sneaky Steve again, so I got a double kill on the same person, because that other rogue that said goodbye, gamer, is probably just healed them back up. Took their soul to like a healing resurrection shrine or whatever. They don't have any loot that I didn't already take because they're the same person again. So decided to loot up these gems in the middle. Again, this is like that plus shaped room with those 4 skeletons and 4 gems, or some gems, always 4. But I feel safe right now. I can still heal up a little bit before looting. But I don't. I just want to collect the treasure and really get out of here. It's late in the raid, and I don't really want to fight that plate armor fighter and duo. Perform some Tetris here, drop some stuff I don't need. Fit in some more treasure. I probably could have fit in that last piece of treasure, but I don't. And here I'm looking around for a portal. I'm pretty sure that I heard one spawn over here, which is why I'm walking over here. In the bottom right, you can see the map. The circle is really not good for me here, but I did hear a portal, and here it is. Since there's only 8 people in this raid, this portal's basically free. I just take it and get out. And yeah, that's that, really. I spectate these 2 people. They do inspect my little handiwork here. They probably get that last piece of treasure I left, and whatever else they want. But I'm kind of glad that I left, because these guys probably would have wrecked my stuff in, you know? So yeah, that's the last raid for this video. Here, I'm going to show you the treasure that I got from all the raids. and just talk for a bit, because I think this video does a great job of showing you a few of the key rooms to loot and how to get a bunch of gems on the ruins, and that's it. I made 424 gold, and that's basically it. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, if you made it this far, and that's it. Thanks.